Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Listen, first and foremost, I want to say that, I hope everyone's doing okay during this outbreak, COVID-19 lockdown pandemic. It's a global issue. And as long as we're fighting the good fight, I'm going to be here trying to do what I can. So please, everybody, just, listen to your local legislation, wash your hands, make sure y'all are staying healthy. Second, please, if you guys can, go to corpsecollection.com. That's KORPSX collection.com. Go cop a hat, a shirt, some socks, whatever. That's my brand, and that is the only sole sponsor of this podcast. So it keeps the lights on. It helps me put food on the table, and helps me, try to fulfill these dreams that I got. So yeah, go holler at it. Listen, today's episode is a very special one. This guy, I just can't say enough about him. He changed my life in so many ways. He gave me my first opportunity at coaching, at coaching dance. He has provided multiple opportunities like that to multiple people. He is considered the godfather of the dance community in my hometown of Oxnard, California. He owns a clothing brand called Retour, which you can check out online. He is a motivational, just like robot, damn near. Like, this guy is working out and reading books, kicking ass, and just living a good life and trying to impact as many people as he can on his own journey. Me and him have shared multiple memories. And he is an all around just good guy. Please, if you guys can, help me welcome to the show the wonderful, the powerful Byron Bucao. Yo, the man, the myth, the legend, my dude Byron. What's up, bro?
Goody, bro. Good to hear you, man.
Yeah, dude, it's good to fucking hear your voice. Dude, real sidebar before into everything. I still got your shoes at my crib, so
I know. I need to swoop them from you, dude.
Or if anything, I'll try to make my way down there one day. Getting out the house and shit, drop them off to you.
I don't want you to go out of your way, though. You know what I'm saying? I left them there, so yeah. Are you driving right now?
I seen them this morning, though. Oh man, hey dude, I've been good, bro. Listen, how have you been during quarantine? I see you be working out a lot. Like, is that shit keeping you sane or what?
Yeah, man. I feel like it's definitely helped fill my time a little bit better and more productively. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, real quick, I want to say, welcome to the show. Definitely thank you for being on. Like, dude, I've had about 4 different guests drop your name every time.
Oh shit, for real?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. There was a little something went on. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know. This recording, the way that this anchor does recording is crazy. But anyways, I've had about 4 different people drop your name, just talking about good things, praise. Acro, JD, myself. We're just talking. Dude, my homie Cisco, I don't know if you remember him, but he was, and they just talk about like a lot of the things that you do and the good work and the positivity you're putting out there. But so just real quick, like for everybody who's going to be hearing this and hearing you for the first time, just kind of explain what it is you do and like some of the shit that you'd be working on.
Okay, well, basically I run my own dance company called Alias Dance Family, and it's a program built for underprivileged kids in Ventura County to learn hip-hop dance. And so that's my main focus with the Alias fam that I do. And I also do other things on the side like Retour. I don't know if you heard of Retour, but it's kind of, I'm into fashion and vintage clothing. So I created my own e-commerce with my friend Ryan, and I'm a fitness fanatic. I became one. So that's new.
Yeah, you hit 600 days. You hit like 600 days straight or something like that
Yeah,
recently, right?
so 2 days ago was my 600th day, consecutive day in a row working out every day. Yeah.
Damn, son. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's been it's been crazy, bro. Because like I told you, we just gonna be shooting the shit on this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just good to catch up with you. Like, it's just so crazy to like see like where we're at. Like let's say like 2015 when I was on faction and we was all running around doing shit,
Damn, good
and
times.
then good times,
Good
good
times.
times, but not always the healthiest of
Oh,
times. Like, you
definitely
know what I'm
not,
saying?
man.
Up at 4, like up until 4 practicing, going to sleep, eating some Jack in the Box, going to bed, waking up at fucking 7, and then eating more Jack in the Box or some Carl's Jr. for breakfast, going to work, and then back at practice, same thing,
That's that
and
dance
it's
to
like,
life.
yeah, that was that dance, like, dude. When me, Chanel, and Sly, when we sit around and we talk about that, it's like that was some of the busiest time of my whole life. Like, and it was just like, go here, go there, go here. Okay, we're doing this. All right, we're going to go do that. All right, we're hanging over here. Okay, we're hanging out over there. Okay, let's go to my house then. All right, cool. We're all in the garage. Like, the garage became kind of like a kickback spot for everybody too at one
Oh
point. And
yeah.
it was just like, and your garage has always been a spot for the Alias family to kind of like nest up and chill out. So
Oh, that's where.
it was definitely good times.
Heck yeah, man. That's where it all started, right there, man.
Hell yeah. But what, like, and this is kind of something like I had been wanting to ask for a while, was like, what was it? Was it a moment, or was it like a collection of thoughts that got you to make that switch to this, to this lifestyle of, 600 days working out? And I see that you be reading a lot of like self-development books too, which is real inspiring.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like I was going through like a big plateau in my life, and I felt like everything. I just wasn't really happy with myself. Like I was happy with what I was doing, and I was happy that I was still dancing, and there was something to give to people, but I was not. I felt like I wasn't pouring anything into myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it was breaking me down internally, and I'm the type of person to I was the type of person to hide it and not really show it. I can't show up to a dance class or in front of parents showing that I'm stressed and I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to put that burden on anyone that's around me. Um, but
Yeah.
I that's when I took it to extremes, and I was like, you know what? I need to take care of myself, my mental health, my physical health more. Because I did let myself go at one point. Like I was about like 200 pounds at one point. I think like 2010. Yeah,
Oh, no way.
yeah. I'm like about 5'7". I was weighing around 200 pounds, and then yeah, I'm around 140 now.
Yeah, dude, you're looking solid, bro. And it's like, you know, like I get it too, because I know there's a lot of people out there who could relate. Like you're conducting, coaching, and being anybody who's a coach knows, like you're kind of like a surrogate parent at times. Like, and you can't let your kids see you like waver. You know what I mean? You can't come and be like, oh, do whatever you want because I'm stressed out, or oh, do whatever you want because I don't feel like doing anything right now.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, bro.
you
I,
you can't have that in your DNA. Like, it'd be like me telling Elijah, oh, you cook yourself dinner. I'm tired.
yeah, you can't do
Uh,
that.
yeah, bro. So yeah, I definitely get that. I like, it's inspiring too, though. Like, because I seen you start picking up books and start like really working on your self development and like getting your brain right. And so I started picking up more books too, because
That's awesome, bro.
I mean, I got a whole list of books of like Native American history, and then of course I love mafia books, so I've been reading all of those too. And it's just like every time I see like on your Instagram and shit, it's like, oh, he posted a page. Let me go read 10 pages real quick because he's reading right now. I need to be reading. Oh, he's working out. Let me get down and do some push-ups real quick because
we all need to be inspiring each other in that way. Like, you know what I mean? To like push ourselves and get better.
I love it. That, like whatever you can put out positives that could encourage someone, like with you, even just doing something for yourself, like that's a powerful thing. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome that you're reading, man.
Yeah.
And I admire that you dig into your culture and your roots. Like that's dope, bro.
Well, yeah, dude. And even going off of that, dude, like roots to me, like, and I know you probably relate to this really, is like I have this philosophy on roots, being rooted in something, because it's like a tree can be like a palm tree. Like a palm tree can be so tall or it could be so short, but trying to uproot that bad boy is crazy. It's got some of the deepest roots. And, you have some deep roots in Oxnard, bruh. Like a lot of people don't know like some of your history as far as like Channel Islands. And then you went from there and you were doing Nonstop and you were doing Undeclared, which was the first baby out of the Alias dance family.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and like I always refer to you when people talk to me about you and dancing. It's like, yeah, he's the fucking godfather, bro. Like there was a lot of people with him. But that's if you want to talk about like dance history right here, this motherfucker, that's Lucky Luciano right there. He put everything on the map, really. So like, how does it feel when you look back and like you look back at your, like, let's just say your senior year of high school, like now, and you look back, like what does that feel like, bro, knowing that you've done all this stuff?
Dude, it's pretty surreal because I didn't really think I was gonna keep dancing after high school, to be honest. Like I was just doing it, for fun, and it was just a hobby, and then that's how I started Undeclared. I was teaching kids at church. It was actually at a church youth group, and then they kept asking me if they could keep dancing, and so that's how Undeclared came about. I created the name Undeclared. And actually, my friend Dan Leguaton came up with the name. It was undecided before. The first name was undecided.
Hey.
So it was undecided. Dan Leguaton's an OG too in Oxnard.
Yes.
But
yes,
and so I just kind of went with it, and yeah, man, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't like taking credit for things, and I just keep pushing it forward. But it is crazy to see how much people I've connected with and lives that I've shifted, like because of what I created. You know what I mean?
Like, and I seen too that you've been linking up, like I had seen some videos that you had been linking up with Dan, and it was like, yo, that's dope as fuck, because Dan is somebody who I really admire, because he was like I think he was an undefeated captain with Channel Islands.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And it was like, he was like, him and Alan, like I was really close to Alan, but Dan I always looked up to, because it was like this is the pinnacle of perfection. Like this guy is this undefeated captain, and he accomplished so much with his schooling, and he got into secret and was really successful in that, and he just kept doing, and like you kind of, I don't want to say like you stayed in your lane, but you kind of like stayed in your lane and just kept dancing, like, you know what I mean? And the next thing, you were pushing kids into the circle, and now, I mean, Alias bred some of the best dancers and some of my closest friends, like Micah, fucking Hector. Hector's one of my best friends. Sylvester, JD. I just had JD on the podcast.
I saw that. I need to get that one to listen still. Shoot. That's my
dude,
little right
bro,
there.
It was like, he's so crazy, bro. It's like, he was telling me about how excited he was and all this stuff to be on the podcast. I was like, dude, like, I'm fucking excited to have you on, because he's doing so much with Gen Z, and just, growing up, he's a little man now. He's 21 now. It's like, whoa, dude.
Heck yeah, man. It's crazy just to see like people evolve on their own. Like that they may have started like dance with me, but it's like I only provided a little spark, and then people just lit that thing up, and it's just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. What's some of the things, like, so the past, like, and I really feel you when you talk about, like, the past and not taking credit. Like, that's a really, like that's like a really stoic type of like mentality of like, yeah, I did these things, but you know, I was doing them to do them, like, and not taking credit, not trying to embellish yourself with like badges of accolades and stuff like that. Like it's like beyond, it's like beyond the word of humble, and it's kind of like, it's just like more like humility of like, oh, I'm doing this service to do it, like type of thing, you know what I mean? So going forward, like what's some of the things that you want to accomplish now? Like, because I feel like when I think of Emanon, I'm like, damn, bro, like they've done it all already. They've won, they've lost, they've pushed kids out into the fucking, like, propelled kids out into the future. They've, you know, you had Ron Artest as a client at one point, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
that was crazy, man.
So it's like not so like for Byron, not just, you know, the coach or the fitness guy or the bookworm, like just for Byron, like what's something that you're looking forward to, especially once we come out of quarantine? Like what's something you got your eyes on?
I mean, for me, it's like I look forward to having a family one day. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm building myself up to live that type of life. You know, I've done the whole let me rage and let me party, and I feel like that's the next thing I want to look forward to. Hopefully have a child of my own, man.
Oh, a real Papa Byron this time. Let's go.
You know, and I know you know how that feels. You know what I mean? You're a dad yourself, you know, and it's so inspiring and awesome to see how much change it's brought you and how much love you pour into Elijah. So that's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know, and I want to say thank you. I definitely want to take time and show my thanks to you, because you entrusted me with Undeclared, and those were like those were the youngest kids I had ever coached at one point, and I feel like dealing with them, loving them, punishing them, congratulating them, pushing, like come on guys, like one more run through, come on, one more run through, and then we'll get lunch, like, you know what I mean? Like that motivating factor with them really set me up for Elijah. Like when he came, it was all too natural for me. Like it was like, oh, I know what to do.
So awesome,
like,
dude.
And I want to say thank you, because without that opportunity, I don't think the transition into fatherhood would have been so smooth. So definitely thank you for that, bro. I really want to show my appreciation to you. And I don't think I've ever said that to you, but it's on record
Hey,
now.
wow,
For sure.
man. And you know, I'm super appreciative of you, man. Like that's a big task to put on someone, and then, you know, being a first time like coach, like I know it could be stressful and a lot, you know, on someone, but you did an amazing job, and those kids like still connect with you. I still see them, you know, talk to you from that here and there, and you know, it's definitely fulfilling, isn't it? It's like a fulfilling feeling that you've helped cater to their upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's where like I get you when you're saying like pouring out, like you pour out into the kids, and sometimes it kind of might deplete you, you know what I mean? But then also sometimes dealing with the kids and seeing them happy after a performance or a competition, you know, it pours back into you, you know what I mean? And there's that exchange of pouring in, pouring out, pouring in, pouring out, and then like it kind of puts a perspective on how you've been able to do this shit for so long, because it's been how long has Undeclared been alive?
2003, August 2003. So gonna turn.
Damn!
So we're in our 17th season, and then basically turns 18 in August. 17? No,
Oh
it
my
turns
God,
17 in August. Yeah, we're in the 17th year. So yeah.
Oh my God, dude. And it's like, it's crazy just thinking like, dude, 17 years. Like I look back 17 years and I was a baby myself. Like, holy smokes.
It's like a whole ass
that,
kid up to like their senior year almost.
yeah, damn near there, man. Yeah, dude. I mean, shit, Byron. God, like, it's so crazy, man, having you on and being able to hear some of this stuff. Cause like I said, so many people like Acro was one of the Curtis, like, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, he's like, Byron, he's so inspiring and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, but talking to you even right now, it's like you're such a simple guy, and I feel like you kind of take everything as it comes, you know what I mean? Like opportunities present themselves, you take it as it comes, and opportunities might go left or they might go right, and you just kind of take it as it comes. So, you know, like I had told you before, you know, this season is my mental health season, and it's all about like mental health, emotional, spiritual, you know, motivational, social, all that type of health. And so for you, like, what is it that keeps you going? Like, is it just, you know, accomplishing another task, or like what's the driving factor for you, bro?
Yeah, well, for me, mental health and feeding the mind, like mental toughness is like pretty much why I do like fitness and extra training and stuff, because it's not just about like the flex and like, oh, the gains, like which is a good thing too, but it's more like fulfilling to my mind, and that's what keeps me going. Like that's why I like reading and stuff, because it puts me in a better frequency. Like I feel more motivated when I do those type of things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like, because when I was doing undeclared, and this is when I really felt this part of me was, you know, I was doing undeclared, I was working 2 jobs, you know, I was dating, I was on faction, and it was like, yo, like I have all this on my plate, you know what I mean? But it was the extreme work that kept me going. Like, and even now, like I might have less on my plate, but raising a child is extreme work. So it's not the Instagram pictures that I get to take with him. It's not the long sappy dad posts I get to make about him that keeps me going. It's the extreme work day in and day out, knowing that there's a service I'm giving to somebody, like, you know, not for me, like not to internalize this and make me feel
Hmm.
bold, but just these acts of service. And it's like, and it's dope because I know that might not be like you said right now, like, you know, your mental health is what really drives you. But at the same time, I also see your acts of service in the community, like the fundraisers you do, and like, you know, and a lot of people don't talk about it. And, you know, especially in the dance community, you know, paying dues is a real thing. Like, you know, you got to pay dues, you know, the studios got to get paid, you know, fucking uniforms got to get bought. And there's been times I've seen you say, hey, you don't have your dues, just get it to me later. You know, like you would rather a kid still be dancing than not be dancing just because they don't have a little bit of cash on them. You know what I mean? Like they might be short $5-10. And to me, bro, when I seen that with you, that shit really sparked a lot in me, man. Like it sparked a lot to be like, all right, give and know that giving is doing something for somebody else.
Heck yeah, man.
Uh,
I mean, that's how it's always been, you know, like I'm not going to turn anyone down. Like if there's a parent that's struggling as a single parent, or if the kid, you know, doesn't, their parents don't support them, like I'm going to let them dance whether they could pay or not, you know what I mean? Because that's not what it's about, you know what I'm saying? Like it's giving something to them that they can build off of positively for themselves, you know?
yeah, yeah, fucking A, man. Dude, so what, like, I mean, besides working out and reading and whatnot, like, what have you been doing during quarantine, man? Like, you just been chilling, like, or you been like, what are you
I
pushing right now?
mean, I've been actually I started playing video games. I haven't played video game. I haven't played video games in like over a year, dude. Like I used to be an avid gamer. Like I would buy like 2 or 3 games a month, and like yeah, I gave it up. But I was like, I'm in quarantine. All right, I'm gonna pick something up. So I picked up the Final Fantasy VII remake game, and dude, that's
Hey,
I put in like 20 hours already. I'm like, This is not good. This is not good. My sleeve's been getting messed up. But sometimes you gotta give time to yourself and enjoy what you can. And that kind of brings me back to my childhood. So nostalgic for sure. But aside from that, like I've been my parents are pretty susceptible to COVID-19, and so like I'm doing more work around the house. It's just me and my parents. Like I live with my parents still. Like I'm here to help them out and take care of them, like buy their essentials. I do all the chores in the house. Whatever my dad or my mom needs help with, like I'm here. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't see what I'm doing, like besides what I post, but like I'm always trying to do something, not just for myself.
Yeah, and I definitely know that feeling because I took care of my pops until the end. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I was thinking about it right now. Like, damn, dude, if he was alive right now, like, oh my God, I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. Like, I would want to be going to work, but then at the same time, it's like, nah, I would need to be home with my dad. Like, especially towards the end, it was hard for him to get around, and he was losing his mobility, and it was like, I would have to go grocery shopping. So I know that's a big task because he would do some grocery shopping and I would help him. But I know if he was alive, I would have to be doing all of it by myself, all of it. So that's really big, man. That's really cool. Like for me, like during coronavirus, all this lockdown and shit, I've been chilling, like barely been dancing. I've been reading a lot for sure, but it's
I saw you
like
reading that Mafia book. It's crazy.
Yeah, I finished 2 books, man, and I'm on my third one right
Heck
now.
yeah,
It's
that's
like,
right.
Yeah, dude, super crazy. Like even if I could recommend a book to you, man, it's called Killers of the Moonflower.
Killers of the Moonflower. Putting that in my list.
Yeah, dude, I got a little list. Like, because there's a couple book recommendations you shot to me, so I was like, I got them on my list. I'm gonna finish all these books, and then I'm gonna replenish my shelf.
Sir.
Yeah, so like those things, at least trying to knock out a chapter a day. If not, if I got the spare time, then 2 chapters. Been watching a lot of Sopranos, watching fucking Star Wars movies because the last one's about to come out on May 4th, so I'm just like waiting for that.
Real? There's another one coming out?
Or will the Rise of Skywalker is going to be on the Disney streaming?
Oh, dude, that movie's tight. Some people, it was a lot of mixed feelings about it, but I mean, I get it, but I thought it was a tight movie. You're gonna love it, man.
Yeah, well, I watched it. I did watch it in theaters, and it was like I was like, yo, this is crazy because I watched all the TV shows. I've watched, The Mandalorian. I've watched all of it. So it's like, yo, this makes so much sense because there was some stuff in the TV shows where I was like, yo, they don't show any of this in the movies, but now it's kind of starting to make more sense. So that's been one thing too. I've been asking a lot of people because a lot of people have, mixed emotions on coronavirus. A lot of people think it's like it's a hoax. Some people think it's like this great conspiracy theory, but either way, I'm just like, yo, well, we got to do what we got to do, and I know it's for creatives, like people like you and me, where we're so used to being active all the time. This shit gets kind of like a little overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Man. It's like you're stuck at home. You're used to on the move all the time. And it's like, shoot, you got the fridge in front of you 24/7. Oh, man, you got to resist.
I know, and I see you be whipping up that Korean barbecue too at your crib. I've been meaning to buy that little hot plate.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm on this whole like another like 2 months where I can't have it, but when I was able to, I was like, I'm gonna go ham right now on this Korean barbecue. I had a whole Korean barbecue meal to myself. Like, I bought enough food for like a whole family, and then like my family didn't want any, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna be eating this for like 2 days. Korean barbecue for like 2 days.
It's like somebody's got to eat this joint, so might as well be me. Shoot.
Oh man, how's Elijah doing, man?
Dude, he's doing good, man. Like, it's been it's, you know, it's been a learning curve, especially, you know, I told you about it, you know, being a single dad now. It's definitely a learning curve. But you know, instead of being negative about it, I'm trying to be positive. And it's like, you know, so instead of divvying up my time between, you know, girlfriend and baby, now it's just the baby, you know, and we hang out. Like today I had him and we lounged around on the couch all day. He watched his TV shows. We played with his Power Ranger
Hey,
toys,
I know I
wrestled,
saw
we're
a Green
dancing.
Ranger toy. Did you get a Green Ranger toy for him, or what was that?
Yeah, well, Sly had got him. Sylvester had got him a couple Power Ranger toys, and then he had broke the Green Ranger toy,
Oh,
so he was super bummed out about it. So I did some hunting online, and I found it, and I was like, "Yo, I'm ordering this joint." So I got it for him, and he was super
damn, that's
stoked.
awesome, man.
Uh,
Green Ranger was the shit, and the red one.
yeah, yeah, and I mean that's his crump name too, because I used to go by the name Ranger, because that was like a Green Ranger character I had came up with and was using. And then, dude, when we had the crump workshop at the PAL, you know, we all went back to my house afterwards, and dude, he threw out some crazy rounds. I was like, yo, Elijah is getting off, like he is going in. And so I was like, you know what? And everybody had been asking, like, does he have a crump name yet? I was like, no, he's just, you know, he's Prince Corpse for right now. He'll rock my name for right now. And then, you know, he danced that night. I was like, yo, you're Ranger now. Like, you're Big Ranger. I'm Twin Ranger. I'm your little homie now. So
That's so awesome, bro. I love that.
yeah, he's dancing. Oh, dude, and I don't know. Oh, and that was one thing too. I wanted to make sure I thanked you for, man, was that workshop, bro.
Oh man, rest in peace to him,
I don't
man.
know. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you knew, but he had recently passed away, and a lot of people hit me up about that. They're like, "Yo, you literally had the last Crump workshop with
That was his last one he did.
and that was the
Oh
last one.
man,
That was the last. It was his first one really coming back. He went and did this crazy tournament because, you know, me and him would lab and hang out, and he went and did this tournament, and then he moved to Vegas, and you know, God bless the dead. You know, he just passed away one night, and it was like it was really hard on me because it was like, yo, I felt that a little bit, you know, because he's a dad too, and all these things. But I wanted to make sure, like, yo, Byron, bro, you did a lot for the community with that one, especially in Oxnard, because I don't think there was ever a Crump OG like that in the city, you know, doing some work like that. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
So
you were the root
definitely,
of that, man. I just offered a place. Like that's amazing that you wanted to even host something like that, you know. And I definitely, when I heard the news, it was definitely crushing to hear it. And I first thing I thought about was like you and that night that we had that workshop. Um, but
yeah,
that was an awesome
yeah,
night,
man.
man. That was tight.
Yeah, I mean, there was people from Santa Barbara, you know, Thousand Oaks over here, you know, some heads from CSUCI, and it was dope. It was dope to be too back in the PAL and kind of like, you know, on some familiar stomping grounds and you know, in center of the city type of thing. It's like, yo, this is like right here is the center of Oxnard. Like, it was really dope, man. It was really dope. It was a good experience. Hopefully we can do some more stuff. Like, you know what I mean,
Oh,
out in the
I'm too
future.
down. You know me. I'm down.
um, hey, and I wanted to ask too, because you know, I'm single as a Pringle, ready to kind of get a little mingle. You guys still gonna be doing some lovers and friends or
Ah,
what?
dude, yeah, me and Ryan, like, we were thinking about even doing one online, like a live stream thing, and just having a bunch of DJs and stuff. But I definitely want to bring that back. We want to do it at a different venue and just kind of switch the whole vibe. But I mean, obviously, right now is not a good time for any kind of group gathering. But we definitely have some things planned in the works.
Yeah, because I mean, when I went, it was like, yo, I know everybody in this room right now. Like, this
Yeah,
is
it
cool as
was like
hell.
a
Like, you
house
know what I mean?
party, like a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's tight.
Yeah, you know, and then Amori had the photo booth in the back, you know, and then Retour's over here selling some gear. And I'm like, yo, I knew the bartender. I was like, yo, what up, dog? Like, we really chilling right now.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
coming out
it's
and supporting, and you know, like those are some good times, man. I miss those.
yeah, dude. I mean, of course, bro. Like, I'm always gonna try my hardest to support 805. Like 805, love for 805, and that's my big goal. Because I know you could probably relate. Like, I'm tired of having to go to LA to dance, or having to go to LA to go to a cool little venue, cool little, you know, like social night out. Like, I don't want to have to go to LA or Santa Barbara. Like, Ventura's beautiful, Oxnard's beautiful, Port Huenemi's beautiful. Why do we got to leave? Like, you know what I
Heck
mean?
yeah, man, this is home. 805 all day, bro. Shoot.
and you know, even what you guys were doing with Welcome to the 805, dog, like you and Ricky, like that was dope as hell. Like, a really really dope event for dancers, you know, with some really dope dancers and really amazing talent out there. It's like, yeah, we don't have to drive all the way to fucking Escondido to go to a top-notch type of dance performance. Like, we got one right here in the city.
Heck yeah, man. I'm hoping to do another one when we get back to things. Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I was trying to chop it up with some of the kids, man, from like HTL. It's like, y'all don't understand. Like, there used to be a thing called
Yeah,
Castellana.
that's some OG shit.
Yeah, this used to be like, you know, bragging rights and all this stuff. Like, there was so many different dance competitions around the area, you know, one in the scene, and then let alone in the city. Like, there was even there was one I remember they hosted at the Hueneme Pavilion. I can't remember the name of the
Oh,
performance they
best
did
of the
there, but
West.
Best of the West.
Yeah,
I
so
was right
I
there in
help
Fort
I help
Hueneme.
gather all the talent for those shows too. Those are good times.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember uh Erica, what's her name? God, I'm so blanking on her name, but she's like a cover artist, and she did some songs right there. And I remember I was super fan and on her, because I was like, yo, like, I watch your videos on YouTube. Like, you're such a dope singer, and you're right here performing. Like, this is
And
super
that's when
sick.
YouTube was just
Uh,
popping off like hard.
yeah, that's when YouTube artists were like YouTube artists. Now it's SoundCloud. You know what I mean? But yeah, best of the West. That's what it was called, dude. And that was a really dope event itself. Like, because you even had the pit where everybody could stand up and watch, and then you had the seats. That was really dope too, man. Um, one thing too, I wanted to ask, bro, is like, you know, in the coming years, you know, whether it's in a year, 2 years, 5, 10, like, what's something that you really want to see from the community in Oxnard? Yeah. Like, what's one wish that you could have for the collective there out of the 805?
Like from the dance perspective or just community in general.
Yeah, community in general.
Man, that's a tough question. Oh, I mean,
I had to throw a zinger in there, dog. I had
ooh,
to, like, you know what I mean?
oh. I mean, I feel like the city needs more community events still. Like everything's very like clicky still, like per what is that word? Uh like not nationality, but basically, you know, by culture, you know what I mean? Like everything is so separated by cultures, but I definitely want to see something that can bring all cultures together in the city. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I, I definitely feel that. I feel like you can still definitely drive through the city and see where the predominantly, you know, Hispanic communities are, Filipino, Samoan, Black, White. You can see all these communities, and you can kind of see it pretty easy from an eye shot. And, you know, one thing, like, one thing I had been thinking about too, like, and it kind of goes along with what you're saying, is like, we need to, like, the city needs to kind of pull back the reins and kind of understand, like, we were practicing with faction, we were practicing out of the parking structure, and it's like, yeah, we might be loud, and yeah, we might be, here late, whatever, but there's 20, 30 of us, we're dancing, not breaking into cars, not tagging the place up, we're dancing, and you guys are kicking us out. What's up with that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and not to take a stab at Oxnard, like city council or whatever, but kind of taking a little jab at them, is like, come on, man, we could be doing a lot worse with our time. We could be bums. We could be, no good for nothing type people. And why are y'all making it so hard? Like, and there's other people, it shouldn't be so hard for us to throw a community event and bring people together, because I feel like sometimes if one event is too close to another event, they won't approve it. They're like, nah, we're preparing for, what's a salsa festival. That's an easy one. Like, oh no, we're preparing for this. So no. It's like, come on, man. It's a week away or it's 2 weeks away. Just let us throw a little event right here. And because I got a part of the Oxnard Powwow Committee, and they were giving us a lot of grief about trying to throw our powwow. And it's like, yo, it's once a year. It's on a beach. What's the problem? Like, what's the issue? And we're welcoming to any vendors. We don't just like discriminate against any kind of people trying to come in and sell clothes or sell cultural food or present their stuff. And I definitely feel you on that. Like, just more community support outside of cultural lines, and ethnic lines, like bringing more all of us together type of thing.
Yeah, man. City makes it tough, man. Not gonna lie. Like there's so many times where I am stuck outside or it's raining and I'm just like, okay, I have to cancel because they won't even let me be inside. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense sometimes, you know. But hopefully,
Yeah.
the city can step it up. And I mean, I feel like for the youth in the city, like there needs to be more recreation, more outlets for the kids to be in a safe place because there's not really a lot.
Yeah, and I had definitely thought about that, man. It's like, the PAL, I feel like, is the safest place for dancers outside of a high school. You know what I mean? But not everybody wants to dance for their high school. So they go to the PAL. It's a safe place. But at a certain time, those doors close and lock up. You know what I mean? And so there's definitely still a lot of kids roaming around. And I say kids loosely, like, they're 18, 19 years old and they still want to dance. They're the type of kids like, that I was at 18, 19 years old, who's trying to dance until 2 a.m. And I feel like there needs to be a place where it's well lit and a semi-public area where we could go dance and be safe and, have, just we don't need much. I mean, dancers, we barely need a cardboard box these days. Like, we'll dance on the asphalt. Just give us a place to be. You know what I mean? Because it's not like we're hurting anybody. Like, we're barely loud, and just give us a place to be safe, man. And that's another thing, man. Like, you've really provided a safe place for kids to be and grow and learn and express. And yeah, I definitely feel like Oxnard needs to step it up on that one. Like, on that front. They definitely need to step it up.
Sir.
But dude, we're getting close here to the end. Every guest, I give them a shot to drop a gem. Whether it's a word of wisdom or something to just kind of keep people inspired and motivated. So for everybody, let them know, Byron. Give them your little gem for the episode.
Shoot, I mean, for me, if I were to give anything, it's just don't hold yourself back. Don't wait. You know what I mean? If you're thinking about doing something, like take baby steps if you need to get there. Like, but do it now. Like that's a big thing I'm about, like, is the power of now. Like this moment right now is like what's gonna change your future. You know what I mean? Like thinking and just talking about it is not the same as taking the actions and figuring out the steps to get there right now. You know what I mean?
I definitely do, brother. I definitely do, because it's like, you know, it's that baby step before the big dive into the pool. You know what I mean? And there's no better time to do it than right now. Just gotta take that step, go and just go for it. Dive right on
Yes,
in. Um,
yes, sir.
Dude, thank you very much, Byron, for being on the show. If you want, man, tell the people your Instagram where they can follow you, and yeah, man.
Yeah, you can follow me at Byron Bucao, ByronBucao, and also at Alias Dance Fam on Instagram or all platforms. Bro, thank you so much for having me. It was a fun conversation. I know I'm gonna see you more, and we're gonna connect more. And the day I ever do become a dad, I'm gonna come talking to you about daddy things. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, bro, on anything, dog. You already know, man. It's all love, dog.
okay,
I
all
got you,
love,
bro.
brother. Thank you so much.
All right, and everybody listening, I hope you guys have a good day, week, month, all that shit. Stay motivated, all right?
All
I'll be
right,
hollering
bro.
at you, Byron.
Peace.